What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Mariano. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Socrates. The map is Watering Hole, and this is yet again the overhaul patch 0.5. We're going to be watching Mariano playing some Zeus today. Now, Zeus doesn't have a whole lot of changes to him. He does have the Katoskopos obviously being very, very strong in the early stages, and also has got the Hypaspis and Peltas being 3 population instead of 2 population, with some significant buffs attached to that change. So I'm interested to see what Mariano is going to go for here, and if he's going to be able to quell off this Egyptian beast that I have unfortunately apparently created. So we'll have to wait and see what Socrates is going to do here, and if Mariano is going to have some sort of a ability to play around the big economic powerhouse that is going to be Ra on this patch. So we'll see how it's going to go. But Ra, in this patch, the question is mostly, with the extra pharaoh empowerment on literally everything, this is meaning that Egyptian's economy with Ra feels much, much more like Norse's economy than Greek's economy. Whereas like say Set or Isis might feel a little bit more like Greek's economy than like Norse's economy. So it's really interesting, and I'm not sure that this is 100% the way that we're going to end up with Egyptian. There might be a world where we tone this economic buff back by 5% and make the Egyptian villages still just a little bit weaker than Greek villages, but with the empowerment, it kind of makes it all fair and good. And then we can have a nice and fun, fair game where Egyptians get to the late game. They get to enjoy the late game without needing to go up to 120 civilian units. That's the idea that I'm going for, is that I want to see Egyptian players not need to build 40 camel caravans to be able to afford to spare mercenaries to win the game. They can make 80 villages, 20 camel caravans, and then go down to 60 economic population, just like every other civilization. And manage to win a game by utilizing military units and buildings like everyone else does. But we'll see how the game's going to go. Relics have been uncovered here. We do have the Ankh of Ra here. I don't believe this relic has been changed at all. I think it's the same. We take a look at the actual map here and see what the other relic is. Over on this side, it is the Tower of Cestus. This relic is really, really fun, ladies and gentlemen. I love this relic. I think Socrates is going to really love this relic if he finds it. But what it does is it spawns a tower in a similar way to the Pegasus relic, the Golden Lion relic, and the Monkey relic. It spawns a tower on your temple, your first temple. Really, really fun. Really fun relic. So we'll see if he spots it. He is playing Ra, so we might not spot it. Mariano might also spot it and go and pick it up. Not 100% sure. As Ptah and Athena coming through. I'd be surprised to see Mariano go for anything other than a fast second town center here, though. I have seen some Zeus players going for an Athena rush, but with the current economic layout that Mariano has, it seems like he's probably going to go for a second town center here. As the scout here. Oh, it's just missed the relic. He's just missed it. Just come back up this way. And he spotted it. The Tower of Cestus here. I believe this relic is the one that I'm talking about where you spawn the tower. So we'll see if Mariano is going to come over there and grab that one. It's not the best for Greek because obviously you have to upgrade the watchtowers to utilize it, but we do see a sneaky little bit of raiding coming in over here. Look at the damage. The Katoskopos here, with the extra 5 damage, it makes you want to come and harass that little bit more. But in all honesty, the villagers do 8 damage. The villagers are actually still stronger than the Katoskopots here. And literally one shank turn around to gather is going to be the right way to play here, as Mariano is putting a lot of effort into putting some pressure onto this location. But Socrates is going to get his town center up. No problems here. And Mariano is getting his town center up over here as well. And we'll see how the game motors ahead here as Mariano just incessantly utilizing this Katoskopos. He does now realize he can harass the priest, which is obviously going to be a nice way to play. But with the town center coming up, Socrates has that one. I don't see any. This is a bit of a weird wall. I would have expected him to do it over the other side, but I don't see any attempt at getting wood income here from Socrates. So he's going for a farmless heroic age, which I do like. I really like this idea here as the villagers coming, or the army coming over onto this position. And Mariano, he's going to get his army shifting sands into this position most likely. But the problem is that this wall here, this is in range of this tower, and the stuff over here, it's going to be a difficult one. As we do see the Odysseus now sneaking over here. One priest coming through. That's going to be able to take out these units from afar here. As the wall segment going to get taken out. Some annoying stuff happening on this position. So we'll see what is going to eventuate as the wall does end up getting sniped down, allowing that watchtower to be opened here. If Socrates really wants, he could go and grab this relic. It does take a while for the tower to actually spawn, though, as the shifting sands does end up coming in onto this position. The tower over here, though, it's open, but is it in range of the town center? Kind of, as the units over here will end up getting sniped down. One villager almost getting picked off here. Lives with 3 HP. This is very, very close as the Odysseus is going to get finished off. The units will escape from this position. And Mariano, who's in front at the end of all of this? I'm not 100% sure. But Mariano is now 3 town centers. He's done a lot of damage onto the economy of Socrates. But Socrates is held nicely. These units are almost all picked off. The villagers getting pulled off of the wood. Farms coming down at only 47 gold. The farms were not changed. Maybe I could increase the farms up by 5 gold, and that would probably be fair. But I'm not 100% sure if that's really here or there. I think that will be maybe a way to hit Egyptian without changing the dynamic of the boosted economy. Might be a nice way to slow down the Ra, so to speak, is an extra 5 gold on all these farms. How much gold would that be total? Like 55 gold. All of this gold over here is now looking at 100 gold. Maybe just maybe it would be enough to slow Ra down just a little bit. So that might be the first little change there. Maybe you could even push it up to 80 gold or something like that to really make things difficult for the Egyptian players. Have to wait and see what the change is going to be. Have to do some real thinking, so to speak. As we see a stable coming up for Mariano, Tower of Cestus. I'm not sure if Mariano knows what this relic does, but he's going to see the relic. He's going to put this one in, and he might see that tower popping up on this temple after, I think it's 2 minutes. I think it's a 2-minute wait on that relic. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, we'll check in a little bit later. As you can see, the towers don't get any boost over here to the pierce damage. So there's definitely something going to be coming in as the wall's getting dropped down onto this position. Socrates walls up over here as well. Monument to the soldiers coming in onto this position here to help Socrates out with some myth unit spammage. Another little quality of life change to some degree is that the monuments, they all give 6 favor now. Take a look at the monument to the villager, 6 favor. Monument to the soldiers, 6 favor. Monument to the priest, 6 favor. It's overall, if you have all 5 monuments, it's a buff of about 3 favor a minute, which isn't a huge buff to the favor income, but it just makes these monuments that little bit easier to understand which ones are the best ones to grab. And I like that change. I think it's a good one. As Mariano here searching around, we do see a dot coming up for Socrates, as Socrates is in or just about in the heroic age. A very, very late advance time, but his economy is gigantic. Look at that. He might even be just thinking, let's just go straight Mythic Age here as an idea. There's no town centers in range of water on this map, so maybe this one here to prevent a third town center up from Mariano could be a thing there. As Mariano, he's pumping out units, 83 of 85 population, ready to get going here. As the wall's up on this position here, Socrates starting to shank that one down as his units coming over. Very low HP heroes here, not going to be that useful at all, as the Socrates Migdol going to start pumping out those camelry here. He's got a war barge. What is the war barge doing? Yes, you're going to be able to kill off this this gate, but this town center is not in range of this shore, I don't believe. It might be, actually. This might be in range of this town center. Not sure. Nonetheless, stables coming up, archery range coming up, walls finishing up over here for Mariano as the units are starting to pump out for Socrates. He's only got the one Migdol, so it does take quite a while for these cavalry to come out here, as we see some more Toxotes coming in here. Irrigation coming through here for Socrates as well, as now Mariano, he's sent his villagers to the corner of the map to chuck that market down. He wants to go straight to the Mythic Age here. I like the idea here. He's not going absolutely ham on the army, and he's just rushing Heroic Age, rushing Mythic Age, and with Socrates kind of stuck in his base with all these walls, it's going to be a really, really nice thing for him. He's going to be able to wall up these corners as well. Socrates is going to be in for a bit of a difficult position. So Prodromus coming out to deal with the camelry here. Osiris is on the way, though, for Socrates here. As the market just about to come through for Mariano, he should be able to hit that next age fairly soon as well, as the camelry find some villages. As Mariano hasn't really walled in his own side of the map. He's only walled Socrates in. So as soon as Socrates opens this position, he's basically free to the world. You can also run out this way as well. But the camelry obviously searching for some sort of a locust here. 8 villages. Is that going to be worth it? Restoration is available here, but Mariano, he doesn't really need to use that restoration, though he is going to be throwing it down. As he's still going to lose villages, even after he loses one, as the villagers not sure exactly where they're going there. But nice counter to that locust, as the raid's still continuing onto this position. Hephaestus coming through for Mariano as well, as units coming up here for Mariano to defend. No upgrades just yet for Socrates. Lots of resources in the bank. I'm not sure what he's saving those up for at this point. He's got 65 favor in the bank, throwing up another monument so he can start massing mummies here if he wants to. As Socrates comes over here, takes down a couple of the villages. Fortified town centers coming through for Socrates as well. As the fortress coming down onto this position here, we do see Son of Osiris coming in for Socrates. He's going to start wandering forward here. Villagers making their way to the center of the map. And look at this! Sentry tower. I love that relic change. Come on, guys. You can't tell me that's not a fun relic change. I mean, it's going to be annoying to play against, I guess, if like a Ra player gets or Egyptian player gets it, but it's a fun relic nonetheless. So we do see the Plenty Vault is in. The raids continuing to come around as Mariano has to chase these speedy Ra units around the map. Mariano now getting himself Forge of Olympus, Bowsaw, Shaft Mine, medium archers, pumping units out. He's got a fortress up on this position as well to defend. Town Center going to be coming up here for Socrates as he's getting himself heavy camelry, quarry, Bowsaw. The economy is about to start absolutely kicking for Socrates, but Mariano, he's already at 77 villages. He's already got a trade route started in this game, as the booming of Mariano has seemed to work an absolute treat in this game, as we're going to probably be seeing these players enter a very, very strange late game, which we don't get to see all too much in this overhaul patch. We haven't seen all too much in this overhaul patch, as we see a Titan Gate already getting dropped here by Socrates. He's played only a handful of games. He's been thinking about this this plan for quite some time, but the Pegasus coming through, the underworld passage getting dropped down, the units popping out here. Socrates' Titan is now under attack here. There is no shifting sands remaining here for Socrates either, so he can't come back. He can't spam Mercenary out to defend this one. The Titan Gate is going to be getting taken out here, and Socrates is going to be in for a very, very difficult time moving forward, as Mariano just says, I've dealt with it. You can take my underworld passage down. No problems here. The army comes back, cleans up the underworld. The Titan Gate gets cleaned up, and Socrates is going to be shaking his head, say, how did I not think that that was going to be happening? Great play from Mariano there. He's now getting bronze weapons, bronze mail, bronze shields coming through. Socrates here getting himself up. The siege works at this point. The units pushing forward here for Socrates as well. Going to be looking to defend this, as the Myrmidon coming through here for Mariano. I like the idea, making some Myrmidon with the Heliopolis to make this push happen. There is obviously going to be a huge timing now for Mariano, because Socrates here has spent 800 food, 800 wood, 800 gold, 50 favor on a Mythic Gate, or a Titan Gate, where he doesn't even get a Titan Gate. Not only that, Mariano's also got a Titan Gate that he can use, as his town center is getting torn down, ladies and gentlemen. There is a mummy over here that can be utilized to take out that Silver Colossus over here. The Son of Osiris can help defend this one as well, as Mariano absolutely tears through the town center on this position. The mummy coming over to try and take out the Silver Colossus here. We'll see if he's going to be able to make that happen or not. Not microing the mummy there all too well. The Son of Osiris is in position to help out. Can utilize that to take out these Heliopolis from range. Does 60 hack damage and attack, but the Toxotes are doing tons of damage here. Iron weapons, iron mail, iron shields, all coming through here for Mariano very, very quickly, as the Odysseus getting taken out on that position there very quickly as well, as the Heliopolis getting some good damage done from behind here. Definitely want to move those forward. If those Toxotes can target down that Son of Osiris, it's going to be a really, really tough game here for Socrates to come back. How are the upgrades looking for Socrates? He's got only bronze mail at this point. He could be he's now getting iron mail though. I'm not sure exactly what the idea behind rushing iron mail is, because every one of the units that Mariano is going to be wanting to make is going to be dealing pierce damage at this point, as the Bellerophon comes back over here to help out. And we still haven't seen Socrates attempting to get a market up. He can put a market down in this corner here. It's not the best of trade routes. The trade route over here is obviously going to be the best, but not happening here. Socrates also only at 68 villages at this point, a very small amount, as Mariano is sitting in a very, very good position now, as the Bellerophon jumps in. Great micro there from Socrates, but the defensive position of that Migdol is now finished, and the Son of Osiris will be falling here, as Mariano's army is going to be cleaning up here, and Socrates in that moment does decide to tap out, as I'm a little bit upset that we saw Socrates not rush the late game here, because I thought this was going to be a bit of a late game kind of thing, but we didn't get to see. I'm really interested in this late game Egyptian without the mercenary, and if this economic boost is enough to help them survive against these kind of Zeus things. And this would have been a great game to see, but unfortunately Socrates went for a thing. He was going to go Titan Wonder, but the underworld too strong. All right. GG. Well played here from Mariano. He shows how to play this matchup. And I can imagine this being pre-patch and it just being so super hard for the Ra players to deal with what's happening, because there's really no change here. This is just basically vanilla Greek, vanilla Zeus just does this kind of obnoxious stuff towards Egyptian, and it's really tough to deal with. when the Greek player is really strong. So interested to see if this is really how the matchup goes, or if maybe Socrates playing a little bit more normally would be able to beat this. Anyways, if you did enjoy it, do hit the follow button. If you're on the Twitch, if you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.